What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Fig Heel YouTube channel. And today we're going to be taking a look at my top 10 most anticipated releases of 2025. Stay tuned. All right, so 2024 has come to an end, making way for 2025, knowing that we have a ton of upcoming wrestling figure releases. We've seen a lot of them already from AEW, WWE, including independent toy makers. So this is a list of my top 10 most anticipated releases of what we've seen so far. And some of these things maybe you haven't seen, maybe you have, but I would love to hear your top 10 list of your most anticipated releases of 2025. So make sure that you comment below, smash that subscribe button. And if you are interested, you can pick up my new book, The Wrestling Figure Encyclopedia, available now on Amazon.com. But we're going to get right into it. And coming in at number 10 is somebody that I've actually been wanting a figure of for quite some time. And that is Brian Pillman Jr., a.k.a. Lexus King in NXT. I'm loving what he's doing with these intricate beard designs. I think it would be really cool in action figure form. So I'm hoping we get way more than just this figure. But getting his first figure in Elite Series 116 with his father also getting a figure in that set. Very cool. Getting the first Brian Pillman Jr. figure, not counting his, his FTC figure. But I think he deserved to have an AEW figure. It's a shame he didn't. Now he's in WWE getting his first modern scale figure. I'm a huge fan. Huge fan. And we're getting that Brian Pillman Sr., as I like to call him, to match the stunning Steve Austin. Going to be a great set. Also has Jade Cargill, but this Lexus King is my number one biggest one from that set. And honestly, from what I see, man, look at the hair on this thing. The likeness is there. The gear is awesome. This figure is going to be money. Coming in at number 9, the Public Enemy. Zombie Sailor Toys, Heels and Faces. Now, we've been given a couple teasers of these, right? This is the most intricate that we've seen. The whole back of their jerseys, 69 for Grunge, 00 for Rock. Johnny Grunge, Rocco Rock, love them. Philly area guys. ECW is something I grew up on, so I've always wanted, figures of the Public Enemy. It's kind of crazy because these guys were in WWF, WCW, ECW. The fact they never got figures, only a WCW Nitro Rod, is insane to me, but Zombie Sailor is making that come true. And recently, I picked up the Hurricane Roma 2-pack, and on the back, you zoom in, you can see a nice shot of these figures. You'll notice they're almost like direct mirrors based on the arms, but that doesn't matter to me. I think they look awesome, and this is a must get for me. I hope that this comes sooner than later in 2025. Number 8, coming in from Ultimate Edition 25, we have the Great Muta. I am, more partial to the red face paint, but there is going to be a chase variant with the black and white. Very NWO-esque, but not exactly NWO, but you can use it as that. I'm going to need both, but most importantly, I need the standard edition in the red. I think is absolutely awesome. The fact that Great Muta is getting a figure in the WWE blows my mind. He's had tons of figures over the years, right? Cara Pros, all over Japan and stuff like that, but he's never had a WCW figure, which blew my mind. He's really never had a domesticated figure. So we are getting that. It's going to have the mist. It's going to have the removable headgear. Very, very cool. And it's an ultimate. You can't pass on this one. You can't pass on it. Moving on, number 7, Jeanpierre Lefit. I mean, don't get me wrong. That Quang is definitely up on my list, but it's not in the top 10. It looks awesome. But from Hastel Toy, Jeanpierre Lefit, I need this. The pirate, he comes with the flag, the eye patch. I think the gear is spot on. Those swashbuckling boots. He's got the glove. What more could you ask for? PCO, getting a figure as Jeanpierre Lefit. I need it. I need it. You know what? The only thing that would make this better, give me a cloth goods jacket for Brett that he can steal, and I'll be happy. I know Bruce Pritchard won't be, but I will be happy. Man, my dude Mitch over at HastelToy.com, he is killing it with this grapplers and gimmicks line. I absolutely love it. In this picture, you can see a ton of the upcoming releases. He's got multiple Tatankas. He's got multiple Jake the Snake Roberts. He's got Heath Slater. He's got Rhino, Quang. He's even got the Brain Busters. He's got Kama Mustafa. Kama the Supreme Fighting Machine. So many. The Godfather, Papa Shango, you name it. He's got a ton coming. So if you are a retro fan, you need this. I am a big retro fan, plus love the new gen era. I need Jeanpierre Lefit. Coming in number 6, WWE Target exclusive Legends Series 26 Billy Gunn. Blew my mind that we were getting this solely because I don't know if we'll ever get Bart. And at first I was like, oh, we'll never get Bart. So do I want this? And the answer is yes. I need this. This is probably the most excited I've been about a Legends figure in quite some time, because I feel like we've been getting a lot of Hogans, right? A lot of repeat stuff, a lot of re-releases in the greatest hits line. But this is a Billy Gunn that like we don't have in a modern form. The only Smoking Guns Billy Gunn that exists is in the green card Hasbro line, you know? So I'm very excited for this. Comes with the bandana, comes with the hat. What more could you ask for, right? I'm hoping that he has some kind of cloth goods vest. That would be nice. But even if we don't get Bart, this is a must for me. And moving on to number 5, Monday Night Wars Goga. This is Series 6, the Build-A-Figure. I've wanted a Goga since the BCA era. I knew we weren't going to get it. We got Kurgan, and pretty much that's it as far as direct oddities releases. Goga was a must, right? John Tenta Earthquake. We're getting him now in his Goga form with the mask. Listen, a lot of people complain he doesn't have the South Park shirt, doesn't come with Cartman. Well, guess what? It's either you get it this way or you don't get it all, because we're not getting Cartman. All right, they're not going to sign a license with South Park just so we can have a quote unquote more accurate Goga. But there is tons of mini Cartmans out there. You can easily get some decals to put on this white shirt and make it work. But for me, I am happy with it just like this. I don't do fix-ups, don't do customs. I'm thrilled that we are getting Goga. So that is absolutely my number 5. And then number 4 is Make a Difference Fatu. Yes, this is my most anticipated elite. You might think I'm crazy, but I love Make a Difference Fatu. I think the whole rap game thing, the whole positivity thing is awesome. All the colors. You got to imagine he's going to have a cloth goods jacket, a real baggy leather jacket. He's got the beanie. Great new head sculpt on that quote unquote Rikishi head. I freaking love this. This is actually a figure that on the podcast before they revealed it, I was like, man, like once we got Head Shrinker Fatu, I was like, all right, now I need Make a Difference Fatu. It's one of my biggest ones. And here we are getting it. So thank you so much, Mattel. This is huge for me. This is, yes, my number 4 most wanted. And I believe this is going to be an Elite 117. Number 3 from Big Rubber Guys, my boys over at the Major Wrestling Figure Podcast. I love the Big Rubber Guys line, the LJN style line. Beautiful display pieces. I do them loose, but even Mintone card do look great. But the Brooklyn Brawler, or as they call him, the Brawler. Love the pose. The likeness is there. I love the holes in the shirt, the jeans. He's got the Brooklyn shirt. He's got the stogie hanging out. Don't get me wrong. I love the classic superstars, but let's be honest, it is not that good. The hat is horrible. The shirt is horrible. Everything about it. It's not excellent. The head's decent, but this is what I need. And it fits in so well with the LJNs. It only makes sense. So I am absolutely thrilled about the upcoming Brooklyn Brawler. And number 2, coming from my friends over at Powertown, the Remco Missing Link. Missing Link is one of those guys who's never had a figure, but I think deserves one. For the longest time on TikTok, I was doing a series of TikToks where it was wrestlers who never got an action figure, and Missing Link was one of the glaring missing pieces in the collection, in my opinion. This looks great, and it fits in perfectly with the original Remco AWA figures. Comes with the belt. I think the likeness on the head, the sculpt is absolutely beautiful, and this is going to look excellent. Seamless next to WWE Superstars. Easily my number 2 most wanted figure of 2025. Plus, it's going to look beautiful on the card. If you guys haven't seen, they look incredible. So, absolutely my number 2 most wanted figure. And now, number 1. Most wanted figure, most anticipated release of 2025 is none other than Hastel Toy, Grapplers and Gimmicks, Wayan Mercy. If you guys follow me on social media or you listen to my podcast, you know that I love Bray Wyatt. And I also love Wayan Mercy. You know, obviously a lot of elements of Waylon were adopted for the original Bray Wyatt character, but this figure has been such a huge one for me. The sculpt on the head looks just like Dan Spivey. I love the shirt. All the tattoos are there. I love the pose. This is one that I think I need two of. Most anticipated figure of 2025. I love retros. I love grapplers and gimmicks, and I love Dan Spivey, aka Wayan Mercy. Very cool to finally be getting a figure. Another guy who really hasn't had action figure releases. So this is a huge get, man. And I think all the tattoos looks excellent. So if you're not on board with Mitch, he's doing some wonderful work. But those are all of my top 10 most anticipated releases. Wayan Mercy, the Missing Link, the Brooklyn Brawler, Make a Difference Fatu, Goga, Billy Gunn from the Smoking Guns, Jeanpierre Lefit, the Great Muta, Public Enemy, and of course, Lexus King, the only modern day superstar on my list. So shout out to Lexus King. You know, it's one of those things, like when it's a modern guy, we know they're going to get a figure, but sometimes they don't look this good for their first time. However, legends, there's certain legends where you're like, man, I don't know if we're ever going to get a Goga. I don't know if we're ever going to get Jeanpierre Lefit. I don't know if we're ever going to get the Public Enemy. Well, guess what? 2025, we are going to. So make sure you smash that subscribe button. Comment below your top 10 most anticipated releases of 2025 because I would love to hear them. And make sure you like this video. Follow me on Instagram and TikTok at FigHeal. Pick up the Wrestling Figure Encyclopedia and make sure you join Whatnot at whatheal.com and you will get $15 off your first purchase. We'll see you on the next one, guys. Thank you for joining. I hope you liked my most anticipated wrestling figures of 2025. Are you a wrestling figure collector of WWE Mattel, AEW Jazzwares, and everything in between? Then you need FigHeal's Wrestling Figure Encyclopedia, the modern edition covering all releases from 2010 to present day. Featuring over 5,000 photos of action figures from the hottest brands, including independent toy makers. Keep track of what you have, want, and need, including loose, mock, and overall collection value. With shots by Matthew Goldberg, the Wrestling Figure Encyclopedia is a must-have for collectors. Premium, full-color, and value black and white editions available now on Amazon.com. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter at FigHeal. Pick up my book series on Amazon and my merchandise on ProWrestlingTees.com/FigHeal. Join my official sponsor, Whatnot, at WhatHeal.com and receive $15 off your first purchase.